Did you know that 50% of Americans can't afford a $500 emergency? $500. I mean, if you can't afford $500, then how are you going to give someone a proper funeral burial? That is why the backbone of America is GoFundMe.com, where most of their money comes from medical emergencies and memorials. Well, no way they're getting my money. Okay? I mean, why would I pay someone to bury my family when I can just bury them myself, okay? All you need to do is just dig up a hole and bury them, okay? Why would you pay money for that? Unfortunately, it just so happens that I live in one of 3 states that doesn't allow you to bury people in your backyard. Yay, California. My parents are in their mid to late 70s, and eventually they will die. There's nothing wrong with them, and their health is mediocre for someone being 70. They probably have another 10 to 15 years left. Hopefully more. Some may say that you shouldn't save up for people's funeral, because if you're saving up for their funeral, it's kind of like you're expecting them to die. Well, to that, I asked them 2 questions. Are my parents going to live forever? And 2, what if they do die and I have it saved up for it?
All right, that's it. Dishonor. Dishonor on your whole family. Make a note of this. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow.
So my brother and I decided to be responsible and actually save up some money. We decided to use Betterment because it is a robo-advisor that picks these stocks and ETFs and all the things for us so that we don't have to worry about it. We just put our money in there and they invest it for us. Now, and this is not a sponsored video. I wish they would pay me, but I'm not being paid to recommend them. It's just what I use. So here's my results from 2 years of dollar cost averaging into the stock market crash. So what we decided was that we would each save up $150, $300 in total every month to put it into the stock market and just let it grow until we need it. Now, our first investment in it was in November 25th, 2019. And then in the middle of March, the market took a crash. And if we go here on March 20th at its lowest point, you can see that I invested $1,500 and I had lost $417. And realistically, at that point, my brother and I were thinking of either stopping it or taking it out. But I decided not to. And the reason for that is because my brother has a very hard time saving money. And if we stop this project, then chances are we're not going to start it up again. So I wanted him to save at least something. And for me, I have no problem with saving. So I might as well put it in there and get him to save. So here's how much I made. From November 25th, 2019 into February 13th, 2022, I currently have a total of $90,835. My total net deposit is $8,400. I have not withdrawn anything, and my total earnings is $1,435. Management fees in all is $27 because Betterment does take a 0.25% management fee. Now, you need to remember that this is after pretty much the worst January that the Nasdaq has had since 2008. It's been a very, very bad January. Within the past 3 months, my highest month was $10,000 when I put in $8,100. So at my highest, I had almost $2,000 in interest. The simple earning percentage is 17.1%, but the internal rate of return is 32.8%. The reason why this is the simple earnings is you just take the profit divided by the total amount that you invested. But that is really not how it works because I invested $300 every month throughout the last 2 years. And so the money that is making the most interest is obviously near the beginning, and the money that I just invested this month is probably losing money. Right? It hasn't made any money. Now, let's look at what I'm investing in. So currently, I'm investing in 90% stock and 10% bonds. This is because I'm obviously still young and I can afford to wait it out for a very long time. So here are the things that I'm investing in. I'm investing in the US total stock market. Current weight is 31%, so I have $3,000 in that. The next one is international developed market stocks. I have 23% in there. International emerging market stocks, 14%. And those are my biggest investments. And then I have everything else spread out. I have the US large cap, US mid cap, US small cap. I have protected bonds, high quality bonds. These should add up to 10%. These should add up to 90%. For me, I didn't pick these stocks. The only thing that I do change is I change how risky I want it to be. I can always change this if I want it to be 100% stock, 80% stock, and so on and so on. I don't like dealing with these things, especially when I don't want to, and especially if I'm in it with my brother, because I don't want to make a bad financial decision and then my brother's going to blame me. So now here are a few things that I've learned from this experience. Number one, trading is very, very hard, okay? If you are trading consistently, okay, you need to work at it day after day, and not everyone will make a profit because they're either emotional or they're not doing enough research. If you are an average investor, it is best to just put your money into an EFT, into an index fund or something, and just wait for it and let it grow. The second thing that I learned is that it is best to just set the money in as automatic deposit. It should grow over the long term. So if you're having trouble investing, start out small, okay? Save $100 a month, or save $50 a month. Whatever it is, just start investing and set up automatic deposits, okay? Once you set up automatic deposits, you won't even know the money is there. And if you are short on money, then you'll just adjust your lifestyle. So the average cost for a funeral is around $9,000. I currently have enough to bury one of my parents. Now, if I keep investing like this for the next 7 years, we will have around $36,000, which is way more than the $18,000 necessary to bury both my parents. So at the end of it, at least I will have some leftover money to soothe out the pain. Now, some of you guys may think that these jokes are not funny, but a life is a life, and the best thing that you guys can do is when a life ends, you find some way to appreciate it, to enjoy it, and to be thankful for your parents for what they've done for you. Life is over, but everything continues on.